Go back out. Let's go back out a second. Does it just take me back up, does it? Yeah, it does. Talk to you. Now that I look around the church, you may be able to tell me something more. What have we got?
Hello again, Father.
Bonjour, monsieur. How pleasant to speak to you again.
I noticed that the stained glass window on the left looks more modern than the middle one.
You have a keen eye,
Yeah.
monsieur. The original window was destroyed in the last war. It was as old as the church, early 14th century.
Oh,
That's
man,
awful.
That's awful.
Oui, a terrible loss. Still, the church and the other windows survived.
Catch you later.
Au revoir, monsieur.
Like an object tracking news on that.
Well, I could have just taken the end off the staff, but I wanted to be sure what I'd be getting out of vandalizing a church, other than deported.
I want to go up here.
In comparison to its neighbor, it looked pretty plain.
Must be something.
I didn't have time to sit around.
Something I'm missing. I know those two combined, so.
Maybe
Okay.
not.
I'm going to speak to you about that. See if you can help me out a little bit more.
Hello again, Father.
Hello.
Bonjour, monsieur. How pleasant to speak to you again.
That is not a good idea. No way.
Okay,
How about this for a gem?
It is very beautiful, monsieur. And yet, I feel that there is an air of suffering about it.
I've got a medieval tripod.
Monsieur, you are a walking treasure house.
yeah, okay.
Is the right-hand window original?
Oui, monsieur.
Still nothing.
Catch you later.
Au revoir, monsieur.
I didn't have time to sit around.
So you got the 4 knights. Which I presume are those 4 guys there. Look at the windows.
In comparison to its neighbor, somehow, I didn't recognize.
Okay, I've looked at that already. You know what? I want to go down the sewer, but the juggler's in the way. Okay, so we want to go back out this way. Okay, so I've done all I can in here. I want to go under the church.
I couldn't open it with my bare hands.
Hey, you! What do you think you are doing? Leave that cover alone. Now,
Okay.
Sorry, no harm intended.
you stay away from that.
I had no desire to talk to the crowd.
So you I need to get rid of.
Hello again.
Hello again, monsieur.
Does this matchbook mean anything to you?
The pattern looks Middle Eastern.
Yeah, you know, help.
I'll see you around.
Oui, monsieur. I'll be there.
So there's him. Go back that way. I need to get that suit cover, but I need to somehow. Hey, let's talk to you. See if you can help me.
Hi again.
Oui? What is it this time?
This gadget is a sewer key.
I do not want it. Thank you.
Well, I'm not selling it. I just wanted your opinion.
It is hardly my area of expertise.
I've got a medieval tripod.
And my Uncle Claude has hemorrhoids. So what?
Okay.
Does this lab pass mean anything to you?
You work in a lab.
No, try again.
You steal lab passes.
No. Well, not as a habit. This was a special case. Catch you later.
Au revoir, monsieur.
Okay, let's have a look at the hint. You want to go down the sewer, but the juggler's in the way. Okay. Hint 1. Why not see if you can do a better job than juggling? Use humour as your weapon. Okay. If the juggler... Ask the juggler if you can try juggling. Talk to the policeman and show him the clown's nose. Oh, okay. Back. Okay.
Hello
Oh.
again.
Hello again, monsieur.
Does this red nose mean anything to you?
Ah, you are a clown.
Yes.
Do I look like a clown?
No, although you juggle like one. Now, if I'd known you were a clown, it would have been amusing and not a humiliation for you.
What do you mean?
Whoever heard of a plainclothes clown?
He had a point. So you're saying that if I juggle badly with a red nose, I'd be the king of comedy. But if I juggle
Yeah.
badly
You
without
look
it,
like a fool.
You look like a pathetic loon. Oui, monsieur, you have it.
Okay.
I'll see you around.
Oui, monsieur. I'll be there.
So you can talk to him, show him the red nose. I know what I'm doing now. Yes. Hi again.
Hi again.
I should have thought that with his red nose.
Oui? What is it this time?
I'd like to have another try at juggling, please.
You have gone on a crash course, perhaps.
No. I just had an insight into
Yeah.
presentation.
Huh?
Allow me to demonstrate. The balls, please.
If you insist on completing your humiliation, monsieur.
Put the red nose on.
Okay, now for my secret weapon. The juggler was speechless with rage. You could have mistaken him for a mime. And without a word, he collected his balls and left in a fury.
You left one.
Hey! You forgot one of your balls! Hey! But he didn't hear. Better still, deprived of his entertainment, the gendarme decided maybe he ought to do some
Yay.
policing for a change.
Hey. Hey.
I had no desire to talk to the crowd. It was the bright red ball I'd got from the juggler.
Okay. Let's just get down that sewer pipe, shall we? Away we go. Down we go. Ooh, wow. So many things.
If I wanted to get deeper into these catacombs, I was going to have to get onto that path. If the near edge hadn't crumbled away, I could have jumped it easily.
Go back up. I can look around here. Look around there. Oh, there's so much stuff here. Wow. Let's go across the. Let's go across the river. Take me to the river. Wash me down.
The wall had flaked, and anything once written on it had long
Damn.
since gone.
It's gonna be the same case if you use it.
The inscription was hard to read, but I made out
Temple.
Templier
Tempe.
and something about innocence.
You?
My medieval French isn't much, but the few words I understood seemed to say, "This is where the gallows used to stand."
Maybe.
Maybe.
Okay.
The hook lay in a bed of chain.
I want to be able to turn that. Okay, so we can go down there. Oh, hello. There's a hanging man. That ends in a dead end, so nothing to look at. That looks like a face there as well, doesn't it? But hey.
I pushed against the door, but it seemed to be locked.
If I got here, I could use. It's not going to work, is it? No. Okay, so I need to figure out how to get in there. Well, the only thing I can do is drop this chain. Drop the chain. It's off the chain, man.
The hook lay in a...
Okay, you don't want to do that. Okay. Okay. I need to figure out how to turn that, because if I could turn that, I can get across there.
If I wanted to get deeper into these catacombs, I was going to have to get onto that path. If the near edge hadn't crumbled away, I could have jumped it easily.
How about you? Yeah, I have no idea what I'm doing here, guys. Let's have a look. The sewer system seems to be a dead end. Okay, hint one. Have a closer look at those panels on the wall. I've had a look at them though.
The wall had flaked. The wall seemed in very... The inscription was undecipherable. I wondered why. The wall...
Okay.
The inscription was
Yeah.
hard to read, but I made out Templier
Innocent.
and something about innocence. The inscription was... My medieval French isn't much. Maybe.
There's nothing there to look at. You know, there's a door there, but I can't get in there, so... So we think there's something about this one here, do we?
The wall had...
We just use that to batter it down with.
It was time for
Yay.
some brutal destruction. Hey!
That's
That's
hollow.
hollow! I'd poked a hole in an historical site. If any archaeologists came by, they'd lynch
Yep.
me for this. There was some sort of mechanism hidden inside the wall, with a lever in the middle of it.
Let's pull the lever.
Here goes. The secret door had jammed. I couldn't get through that gap. I'd pulled the lever right over.
Well, can I just hack it with this? No, I know what I can do. Okay. Take up the chain. Hook it up here. And go back here and wind it up. Cool. Got idea. Pull the door off. There we go. Well done. Nice one, George. Let's go inside. Oh, wow.
Boy, had I ever made a mess of that door.
Yeah. Wow, that goes all the way down. Wow. That goes down a long way.
In the beginning was the end. An end wrought by our enemies began our darkness. In the end will be a beginning. An end to our enemies heralds our new day.
Report. The military establishments are in flux. The end of the Cold War has left them with no clear goal and as obvious targets for budgetary cuts. We have successfully promoted a sense of betrayal in the
Wow.
upper echelons. They feel that the politicians have cast them adrift. The pattern is emerging. Our time is now.
Good. Mademoiselle?
Governments are giving the corporations more respect than their own citizens. A groundswell of dissatisfaction and dissidence
What's
is
going on?
growing. The corporations are becoming too large and complex for their own executives to control them. A blind belief in market forces is accelerating this trend the world over. The pattern is emerging. Our time
Whoa.
is now.
The global population's belief in those that govern it has never been lower. We have inculcated a sense of immediacy and action over forethought and planning in all the major governments. They are acting on hasty decisions that cannot be completed or revoked without appearing foolish. The pattern is emerging. Our time
Wow.
is now. Excellent. The tired old governments are dying a slow
there's a
death
Fake doctor.
from their own
That's the professor
incompetence.
guy. These three, these four, I don't know.
Machinations. Professor, where is the broken
said the name.
sword?
As we discussed last time, with the loss of the manuscript, our search is as a corollary hindered.
And as discussed last time, you have been furnished with a dramatically increased budget. What have you been doing with our money,
Spending it.
Professor?
Getting drunk.
We are working on the principle that the Templars, that is to say, our predecessors,
Hold on.
Oh, the Templars.
These are the Templars?
must have left a trail when they were hiding the clues to the Sword of Baphomet's location. I have a small army of historians and archaeologists ferreting out that trail.
I trust these historians and archaeologists are more trustworthy than your friend Pegram.
Igram was loyal. He tried to protect the Lochmarn gem when the Hashashin came near.
And failed. And don't call that Syrian
Hashashin.
maniac the Hashashin. He's an assassin.
So Khan is
Plain and
the
simple.
assassin.
That's not what he believes. He actually thinks.
Silence! Do I have to remind you that we have a sacred
He's a
duty,
duty.
a trust? When Philippe attempted to destroy the Order, we lost
And
the
its
sword
power
and
with it.
our
So
power
what's the sword?
with it. Now we have the opportunity to reforge it, but time is short. We need
Okay.
results, not petty bickering.
Useless.
Not excuses. Now, Professor Baphomet.
Yes, of course. My apologies. We will find Baphomet and the sword, manuscript or no. We have already found another element actually within Paris.
Excellent. What is it?
Well, we're not exactly sure at present. Ha! But I have my best people working on it. You would do well not to criticize others, Eklund. At least I have not murdered one of our own.
Of course.
Yeah, with the doctor.
That guy was the bogus doctor in the hospital.
Marquet was a liability. Eklund dealt with him on my orders.
I beg your pardon, Grandmaster.
So he's the
I did
Grandmaster.
not mean to.
Have you any good news for us, Professor?
We already know 3 of the elements. We know that Klausner had obtained the lens before
Okay.
he vanished.
Where was he?
Syria. We know that he arrived, but after that, nothing.
The assassin.
I fear so. It's a shame. Klausner was a good operative.
This will be our last meeting in person until we locate the sword of Baphomet. I hope that I don't need to emphasize the importance of finding it. Without
Okay.
it,
So
our
we need a broken sword
endeavors
to
come
restore
to
the Knights
nothing.
Templar.
With the sword reforged, we will have the power to sweep the stage of all opposition the next time that we meet. It will be to become the princess of this world! Wow!
And off they go. No one down there now. Okay, so we now can go down.